Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well, having a fantastic one out there with a big old P in it. Thank you for being here today. We're going to continue on Brothers in Arms, Dire Straits. Moving on into the next track here, which is The Man's Too Strong. Which man? Who knows? Someone's too strong. Reminds me of my brother, my older brother, who's 8 years my senior. He's always been the athletic, the sporty one, and I the nerd, as you know, would be implied, perhaps. And even in the past 2 years when I've been working out and getting fit and everything, I challenged him to a push-up contest a few weeks ago. I don't know how he does it, man. he just has that part of the genes where it's just strength. Anyways, let's go and listen to this track. We'll talk about it after. Here we go. Folky tune.
I'm just an aging drummer boy, and in the wars I used to play, and I've called a tune to many a torture session. Now they say I am a war criminal, and I'm fading away. Father, please hear my confession.
Nice old little country tune here, I see.
I have legalized robbery, called it belief. I have run with the money, I have hit like a thief. Rewritten history with my armies and my crooks. Invented memories. I did burn all the books, and I can still hear his laughter, and I can still hear his song. The man's too big, the man's too strong.
It's a lightning strike of a chord hit. I love how that comes in so hard and it comes back to this soft guitar line. It's like a thunderstorm.
Well, I've tried to be me, I've tried to be mine, but I spat like a woman and assault like a child. I have lived behind walls that have made me alone, striven for peace, which I never have known. And I can still hear his laughter, and I can still hear his song. The man's too big, the man's too strong.
I like those ones. After this, right there, it's slap. That's a really cool, just moment in the track.
Well, the sun rose on the courtyard, and they all did hear him say, "You always was a Judas, but I got you anyway. You may have got your silver, but I swear upon my life, sister gave me diamonds, and I give them to your wife. Oh, Father, please help me, for I have done wrong." The man's too big, the man's too strong.
Cooling effect of the piano. This was a great song. This was a great song. I enjoyed that a ton. And I wasn't expecting them to go into this kind of countryist direction as well. Fantastic direction for the band to go in, though. At this point in the album, we're nearing the end, and they're giving us something else completely different tonally and structurally. Knopfler's guitar playing, I thought was fantastic. Obviously, we get a lot of electric guitar through the album, and, we hear that. That's cool. But I think in this particular case, in this acoustic, he's writing this way very, very nicely. His picking is, like, direct and powerful, while still having an air of I don't know, maybe not delicateness, but I don't know, there's something graceful about the way he plays. And when it gets into that big thunderous moment, bang, bang, boom, and you hear that other sound there. I love how very, very much in your face that is. It is actually like a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, and it just comes out of nowhere. It's extremely powerful, and then it cools off. And I really love how I can't help but think of a storm just being in Florida. This is how thunderstorms happen. It can be kind of sunny, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, you just hear a big strike of lightning and thunder, and then it kind of goes back down, right? This back and forth in the nature of the music. And it's really nicely captured by that. I love how after that big strike, how that's when the piano comes in. Now, I could be wrong. I was really trying to listen, and I genuinely could be wrong in what I'm about to say, so correct me if I am. I don't mind being corrected. As far as I can tell, there's very, very little piano in this track. It really only occurs in that space after that lightning strike. And even though it's so briefly appearanced, and then it's out of there. However, because of the theme of this song, which seems to be about someone who's done a lot of wrong, perhaps trying to repent or come clean in a way, or at least admit their mistakes. And the music itself is very, to me, western, deserty country. So it makes me think hot and, just steamy. That little bit of piano, when it comes in on the aftermath of those thunder strikes, it feels very cooling. It's like a little bit of rain, a little bit of reprieve. Perhaps even for our character that we're following here in the story, a little moment of reprieve for him. Yeah, he's still done a lot of bad things, but that little piano just seems to act as like a little bit of a cooling effect here. And also in this track, you're going to have Jack Sony playing synth guitar on this track. Couldn't tell you exactly what the synth guitar is or what's happening, because I can't really say that I really heard synth. I mean, there was synth, but I would think keys, but maybe that's him on the guitar and not Guy Fletcher. But I'm not exactly 100% sure on that end. I'm just an aging drummer boy, and in the wars I used to play. And I've called a tune to many a torture session. Now they say I'm a war criminal. So even it says he's a drummer boy. He wasn't necessarily even directly involved, although I'd imagine in some capacity he was. And I'm fading away. Father, please hear my confession. I have legalized robbery, called it belief. I have a run with the money I have hid like a thief. Rewritten history with my armies and my crooks. Invented memories. I did burn all the books. Burning history so you can invent your own history. And I can still hear his laughter. I can still hear his song. The man's too big. The man's too strong. Who is the man? Well, I've tried to be meek. I've tried to be mild. But I spat like a woman. And I sulked like a child. I have lived behind walls that have made me alone. Striven for peace, which I have never known. Like still his laughter, still his song. Well, do you think that this is the person or someone dying, and he can still hear this person's, last cries, their words, their laughter? While the sun rose on the courtyard, and they all did hear him say, "You always was a Judas, but I got you anyway. You may have got your silver, but I swear upon my life, your sister gave me diamonds, and I gave them to your wife. Oh, Father, please help me, for I have done wrong." Like the sun rose on the courtyard, is this like after an execution? Perhaps? Is this the devil claiming this guy's soul? Because I'm trying to figure out who's laughing. I just think of it as the person that he was torturing. And he can't help but hear their laughter, their cries, their last words in his mind over and over. But there could be something different. Let me click on the annotations. Okay, all right. In many armies, particularly during the Napoleonic Wars, drummer boys were responsible for flogging soldiers being punished for various offenses. Okay. So, okay, so that shows involvement, as we mentioned before. Who's the? The protagonist is haunted by the memory of the unidentified man, whose death he may have been involved in. Okay, so I'm in the right river then. Okay, so I'm sailing the right river. We're singing the same tune. We're two sardines in a can. I got it. I'm figuring it out little by little. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm swimming in the same river. Have a wonderful one, and then I'll see you all later. Bye, guys. Swimming in the same river? What is that? Where do I come up with this?